even if in winter things tend to freeze. We got the world monopoly on trees, and our country's bordered by 3 different seas.
Yeah, I know that you wanna be Canadian, please. We invented the zipper, we got expertise. We made insulin to combat disease. Yeah, I know that you wanna be Canadian, please.
Britain got the monarchy, the US has the money, but I know that you wanna be Canadian. The French, you got the wine and cheese, koalas, you with the Aussies, but I know that you wanna be Canadian.
Et si ce n'était pas assez, on a 2 langues officielles, l'anglais et le français. Ouh là là.
Yeah, I know that you wanna be Canadian, please. Where else do you find mounted police or go to the hospital and not pay fees? I know that you wanna be Canadian, please.
And when fresh water's in high demand, we got the world's largest supply on hand. So you know that we can make a pretty good friend, but it's even better if you can be.
Britain got the monarchy, the US has the money, but I know that you wanna be Canadian. The French, you got the wine and cheese, koalas, you with the Aussies, but I know that you wanna be Canadian.
So you're thinking to yourself, how do I live in this beautiful country? Well, I've got some steps for you to follow.
Step 1, lose the gun. Step 2, buy a canoe. Step 3, live multiculturally. Step 4, you ready? There is no more. We got beavers, caribou, and moose. We got buffalo, bears, a Canadian goose. And we're sorry about Celine Dion, but she did do that good song for James Cameron. Cameron.
Britain got the monarchy, the US has the money, but I know that you wanna be Canadian. The French, you got the wine and cheese, koalas, you with the Aussies, but I know that you wanna be Canadian. The Greeks all chill with Socrates, can't build a wall like the Chinese, but I know that you wanna be Canadian. In Kenya they have safaris, we miss lots of other countries, but I know that you wanna be Canadian. Yeah, I know that you wanna be Canadian, please. Even if in winter things tend to freeze. We got the world monopoly on trees, and our country's bordered by 3 different seas.
Yeah, I know that you wanna be Canadian, please. We invented the zipper, we got expertise. We made insulin to combat disease. Yeah, I know that you wanna be Canadian, please.
Britain got the monarchy, the US has the money, but I know that you wanna be Canadian. The French, you got the wine and cheese, koalas, you with the Aussies, but I know that you wanna be Canadian.
Et si ce n'était pas assez, on a 2 langues.
Okay, that is the coolest fucking shit I've ever heard. Just saying.
Lies.
That is the coolest shit I have ever listened to. It is fucking
Lies.
awesome. Welcome back to
Lies.
the stream. Normally we have a complete
Hello,
Canadian
everyone.
group, but I've decided that I should allow males on here from America and Britain because we need some special flavors beyond maple
Right.
syrup. All the flavors. Plus, the man, the myth, the artist, and the beauty behind this perfect live stream box.
Right.
Love that, just the silence. Just dead air for a minute. What do I say? What is it? Right. Okay, yeah. So, everybody give me, all love, kisses, and shit. Okay, that just sounds like you're grabbing your dick and pulling it, okay?
That's fucked up.
God damn. Alright, so.
But FPS doesn't just stand for frames per second.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I mean, if that is in fact the jerking off sound, then you must compete with rabbits quite a bit.
Absolutely. Why do you have a thumping good time?
Oh God, new nickname is Thumper. Oh God. Let's see. Biden, Europe revokes Russia's trade status, relocating it up relocate. Sorry. Okay, so it's just they've revoked their trade status. Okay. Trucker.
Chulacarino!
Aero trucker.
Hi. How's the driving going? We worship the
Closed.
trucks here. The trucks are our gods. They're like cows to the Indians. Let's go worship the truck.
Close trucker encounters of the pumpkin kind.
Arms killer. How's things in your server? Because I said so and you weren't there to stop me. So deal with it. Let's see. Ford. Wait, are we talking about our premier or the company? Ford tells school boards to stick to March 21st mask mandate removal. Why? Again, why? You know what? I love how the Lord Tyrant, Mr. fucking Doug Ford, he'll be like, please stick to the fucking date that I told you that you cannot remove the mask. Okay there, bud? And nobody seems to go, why that date, bud? What's so important about that date, bud? Why do we have to wait until that date there, bud? What if we got a hockey game that day? What if it's pancake day? Nobody asks these people. He's just like, I want you to stick to the plan. Why? Like, you know what? These are school teachers. They should have the capabilities to pull a 4-year-old trick, which is, why? Well, because this. Why? Insert random explanation there. Why? Like, why can't they? Just saying.
Do you think they have? Do you think they have the necessary skills to run a bath at this point?
No, that's why they're left over with all the bath salts they're sniffing.
They.
Besides, you know, baths, they're not there to get yourself clean. It's there to sniff each other's farts.
Oh, this is true.
This is very true. Arms killer.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Cryptic. I mean, you're up here, but you're down there, too, so. Hopefully, some silly bastard hasn't set things alight. Wait. I don't get it. You know what? Why? If we lit a match in your server, would your little semen just glow?
What the fuck?
Ontario Premier Doug Ford, the master himself, has told several school boards, not all of them, just several, looking to extend mask mandates to stick to the province's end date because they aren't medical experts. Oh. Okay, I retract my annoyance. I mean, the date is still why that date, but if teachers are going, no, we're gonna muzzle your kids till the end of the fucking year. And he's like, listen, motherfuckers, you're not medical experts, so fuck off. Now, Doug, you're also not a medical expert. And you know what? I often wonder if the medical experts giving you these arbitrary dates are just getting extra funding from you if they listen. You know? Because medical experts in the science will tell you masks are ineffective because nobody knows how to damn well use them. And as Jen would say, there's a bunch of snot in your mask when you're outside, and then you're wearing them again inside, and you're just inhaling all that shit. Like, so, you know. And kids have extra snot. Like, dude, do you remember kids? Do you remember your peers? And some of them would have, like, just lime green snot come out of their noses? Anybody remember that? I do. It was gross. And that's why boys were to throw rocks at. You throw rocks at boys. Or breath mints. Breath mints gives them a little extra flavor. You know. In case you're wondering. Nobody has any? Okay. No defense in men there? We're good. Alright, I can just throw breath mints at them.
No.
It's fine. Well, the masks people wear are just ineffective. Well, they're essentially just theater. So let's see. Let's see if this the rest of this article gives me any other insight. Because I guess Doug Ford, the people that loved his mask mandates, even they have to toe the line. If they decide to go the extra mile, he's like, no, right here. Ford says no to school mask rule extensions. Ontario Premier Doug Ford has told several school boards looking to extend mask mandates to stick to the fucking plan. Several boards had said they like to keep mask requirements beyond the province's end date of March 21st, even for just 2 more weeks. You know what I find the most irritating about it is parents that were like, I don't really think I would like to mask my child. And they're like, experts say to do it. Experts say to muzzle your fucking kids, and we're following the province's guidelines. But now the province's guidelines, like, okay, you can remove masks, and they're like, we don't want to. And parents should be like, no, province, fuckers. Experts, fucker. Like, tables are turning, bitches. And, you know, I hope you just get a nice spitball to the back of the head. I hope a kid puts bubblegum in your ear, stupid teachers.
Are they taking the advice from Fauci at this point?
No. We're taking it from... I actually don't know who. Ford made clear Friday that it's not happening. Let me be very clear. Oh, shit, he's talking like Biden. To the school boards. They aren't medical experts, Ford said, after an unrelated announcement in Barrie, Ontario. The chief medical officer is the expert, and he has done his due diligence. Well, if he's an expert, why does he have to do his due diligence? Shouldn't he just know? Other experts, such as members of the province's COVID-19 Science Advisory Table and a coalition of children's hospitals, including Toronto's Sick Kids and CHEO in Ottawa, have said March 21st is too soon to lift mask mandates. Seriously? Fucking seriously? So the children's hospitals are like, no. Keep muzzling the kids. Please, muzzle the kids. Like, can you guys get your fucking digits off of our offspring? Like, I love how these hospitals are like, it is for the best interests of your children to stay muzzled. Now, I know that young children are like becoming nonverbal because they can't mimic people's lip movements to say words. And I know that other kids are becoming agoraphobic and introverted and afraid to play with people or even breathe the fucking air because they might die. And even though kids are most likely gonna fucking live, all that other stuff is still not as important as COVID.
Well, how are they supposed to build up a healthy immune system for a start?
Yet these are hospital experts saying it's too soon.
Yeah.
So I'm now wondering if I should ever trust another CHEO doctor ever again. Because they clearly are paid off. They're clearly politically charged and not actually acting like medical professionals. You know what? Maybe they should be like, well, you know what? It's up to the child's parents. If the child's parents believes that the mask is needed, then sure. And if they don't, then they don't. You know? Or we'll recommend it for the kids who are like my daughter with a trach. But even then, my daughter couldn't wear the mask all the time because it would fuck up her lungs, even though she breathes through a hole in her freaking neck. So imagine what these other kids like. I'm so glad that they made autism immune because I haven't made Jack wear a mask a day in his life of this pandemic. Pat tried to, and then I ripped the mask off his face, and I'm like, and I stepped on the ground and I fucking smushed it with me.
Right.
And he was really mad.
And arms is actually saying children should never been masked in the first place.
That is correct because
Agreed.
it zip zilch nada nothing.
Mm-hmm.
No teacher got COVID from their students. They got COVID from wherever they went, but no teacher was seriously harmed in the production of this education. But mask the children. the children, mask the children, because children should be seen but not heard. Fuck these people. Ford said Chief Medical Officers of Health Dr. Kieran Moore has consulted with local medical officers of health, such as those in Toronto and Ottawa. Our expectations to the school boards, and to the exception of the parents that want their kids to put masks on, follow the direction of the chief medical officer, plain and simple. Okay. Toronto District School Board trustees voted during a meeting Thursday night to write a letter to the chief medical officer of health, the Ministry of Education, and Toronto Public Health to request additional time for removing public health measures. So Toronto is doing this. This is my shock face. Because Toronto, just, I love how teachers, these brilliant, the best of the best that are educating our kids, okay? They're so full of arrogance that they're writing letters to the people that have a higher intelligence and understand epidemiology better. They're like, we're going to write to them and ask them for more time, because for some reason those medical officers are able to make science give them more time. It's like they can just ask science and be like, yo, science god, the teachers, they want a couple more weeks because they're not feeling safe. What do you think about that? Like, to follow the science, the science doesn't why do you need 2 weeks? I don't even think they explain why, other than they think it's too soon. But they don't actually know it's too soon because they're suffering from the Dunning-Kruger effects of this shit. Like, fuck! I'm so glad that, I would have to homeschool every kid I had. If my son was an autistic, he'd be at home. I would kill people if they tried to put him in public school because these people are ridiculous.
Yep.
We're fucking ridiculous. So yeah, after they wrote to all these people, the trustees asked for a response by Wednesday. So there's a time limit on this. But Education Minister Stephen something or other also... Why is it that these people are Canadian but they have names they can't pronounce? They should be Canadian names, goddammit. Minister Stephen something or other also indicated in a statement Friday that those types of requests won't be entertained. We're not even going to look or entertain your thoughts because we are above you in the hierarchical status of awesome. Sometimes I feel
Congratulations, Trucker.
yeah, I feel like I'm in a Monty Python film. School boards in the province are expected to implement this cautious plan, coupled with the ongoing improvement of air ventilation within Ontario classrooms. Beyond the province's March 21st timeline, masking will still be strongly encouraged. Well, for kids, it's not encouraged. They can just make them do it. They can just be like, if you don't wear that mask, you're going to die. And then suddenly the kid's like, I want to wear it.
Yeah.
For the past 2 years, the TD... And wait, why would you say we encourage the mask, but you don't have to wear it? If it's an issue enough that you need to encourage it, then the mandate should be there, right? If it's important enough to be wearing them, then you would not remove the mandate. So which is it? Both sides of face. For the past 2 years, the TDSB has prioritized the health and safety of students, no, of teachers, staff, and school communities. Nope. You basically just went, we'll teach you virtually. In other words, we don't have to do anything at all because no one's showing up. Like, for the past 2 years, you have not put anybody above yourselves and getting paid to do nothing all year. As we move to a more sustainable long-term approach to managing COVID-19, Here, I got one for you. I can work this out, okay? I'm a high school dropout, and here's what I got for you. A more sustainable long-term approach to managing COVID-19. I have one. Live your life. That's pretty sustainable, don't you think?
Yeah, natural immunity. Exactly.
Go live your life.
Yeah.
You get it? You get it? You don't? You don't. There's no stopping it, so you might as well just go and live your life. And for fuck's sakes, get off my lawn. Jeez.
They can't do that though, because that would mean they can't tell you what to do anymore.
Jen!
Sorry, my mom planned a home invasion and didn't tell me about it, and then proceeded to tell me all about how my brother doesn't clean anything, and I was like, I know, and then she had me clean it, and I was like, oh, I get it. And I was like, I left the chat specifically to go have a shower. And she's like, no, I'm going to stop by and make you get super dirty so that you now need to have a shower. So I'm super clean. And I'm angry. Because she also threw out my milk. So I have a coffee with Kahlua to make up for the fact that she threw out my milk.
Was your milk bad?
No.
So why'd you throw
It was
out?
just the last little bit of it. And she was like, why are you keeping this last little bit of it? And I was like, well, I was going to have a stream, Mom. I was saving it for my coffee. Because I got paid, you know, I can buy some tomorrow. I was going to save my last bit for my stream. She doesn't give a shit about my private life. That's basically what she's telling me. I mean, she does, but not when she's here. That's how moms work, you know. Everyone's mom does that. Yours does it too.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, she could be planning a visit. And you'd be like, holy Jesus fuck, Mom. Do you know how much stuff I have to put away just so I don't have to hear about it?
You know?
It's not a messy person thing. It's a difference of opinion because it's your mom thing. But I missed some flour on my stove. That was my bad. I cooked yesterday and I cleaned and I missed a spot and she found it.
Wait, what?
Take it.
Blindly following the blind into a pit? Jordan Peterson! I am offended, sir! Blindly following the blind into a pit? That's not even funny!
Hey, Tucker.
Like no one saw that coming.
Canada's big banks have much to answer for after blindly following Trudeau's emergency orders. Oh, Rex Murphy. Hey, we should read this. It's Canadian news. I didn't have to even go into Justice Moulier yet. Because you know he's French Canadian, right? Justice Moulier.
Yeah, I would be surprised. Well, French Canadian? I didn't think he was French Canadian.
Yeah, French.
Like,
Justice Moulier.
I know you don't know this, but I mean you should know this, but like that little dangly bit of Ontario that's still kind of, you know, or that little bit of Quebec that kind of looks like, you know, a penis that's kind of in the middle of the US. They don't talk about it a lot because Americans don't like to admit that exists, but there's still French people down there. They're American technically.
Okay.
They speak worse French than Quebec though.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only thing I'll give Quebec. There are people who speak worse French than they do.
I'm just saying he likes his coffee like he likes his soul, black and bitter, or well, dark and bitter. So, Arms, doesn't that technically make your soul a soul of colour? Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's okay.
Listen, I can do it black. I'm just not a big fan of it. I prefer the milk. And I don't keep canned milk because that stuff is wrong. Unless you're using it to make caramel.
I keep the coffee whitener just in case.
That's not a bad idea. I can't trust my brother not to do anything with shit like that because he's dumb. It's not that he'll do it regularly, it's just he'll do it once. And he's kind of at that stage where if he does it once, he's probably gonna KO. So
Yeah.
you wouldn't think that would be a problem, but it is.
Rex Murphy. Canada's big banks have much to answer for after blindly following Trudeau's emergency orders, which he did illegally. Why do I feel like this is just one giant ad? Why? Wait, show reader. Do I have the read only one? Yes, I do. Ha ha. So my old news voice app isn't a thing anymore. So yeah. Remember Mark and Craig Kielberger? The flashy Pied Pipers with their stadium rallies and sloppy slogans. No, I don't. I actually don't. It wasn't that long ago that the equally flashy government of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau tried to put these two jumped up self-nominated activists in charge of distributing close to $1 billion of taxpayer money. Oh, wow, what do you know? In their woke evangelism and ostentatious virtue displays, they bore a remarkable resemblance with the style and mode of the Trudeau Liberals. If I have to get to paragraph 5 for you before you make your point, I'm going to be pissed. School principals and school boards were in love with them. Lots of lower tier Canadian celebrities, most Canadian celebrities are lower tier, let's be real here, lent their minimal charisma, they don't have it, to the brothers as well. But so did the very top level celebrity, the woke king himself, Justin Trudeau, who showed up to amplify their mass virtue messages. Get to your point! Any future journalists or article writers in my chat that watch this in the future when maybe my live stream is famous or something, if you're going to write articles, don't do this, please. He sometimes brought his family along, including his mom, brother, and wife. Well, yeah, because on Twitter those are his only 3 fans. Some receiving fees for engaging in the charade. The Kielburgers, that's interesting. Kielburger, I don't fucking know. Kielburgers, there we go. And Trudy were close friends. The decision to pass the administration of a student grant program over to the Kielburgers WE charity, blah, 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 blah. Why should I be bringing this up? Was that not yesterday's news? In the deeply wise words of Hillary Clinton, what difference at this point does it make? Well, I hope you're gonna fucking tell me. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna flag this article as bullshit. Only this. It has become a custom during COVID's cloud to walk past, forget, or bury mischief and scandals. We do that anyways, along with unjustified health measures. Wow. The emergency allows everything that happened yesterday to be forgotten today. I think we call that memory holding, but okay. I am now on paragraph 6, and I still don't know what point you're trying to fucking make. Is there not a summary here? You know, I'll skip down to the bottom. Shit. Now, we in the process of... Okay, you know, fuck this. I veto this. Fuck it. Just fuck it. I don't care anymore. Fucking care anymore. You've bored me. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Quebec family of... Quebec family of blogger Rafe Badowel, don't know who that is, overjoyed by news he's been freed from Saudi prison. we have people stuck in Saudi Arabia prisons from Canada? Why haven't we gotten them out unless they're in there legit? And why is nobody saying anything?
I don't know. I
I
got
don't
lost
know.
after
Yeah,
sharing
yeah.
the stream. That's the problem with Twitter. I was listening to you. I started reading the article, thought you kind of moved on, was like, oh, did she move on? And then got lost on Twitter because I shared the stream.
Oh, okay.
Screw you, Twitter. You mind-numbing, brain spawn, eating zombie bastard. Yeah.
It does that.
Quebec family jubilant after 10-year fight to free Saudi blogger jailed for promoting liberal views on Islam. Okay, never mind. If you decided Islam, they're just misunderstood, everybody, and then decided to give a liberal take on it and got arrested, okay, he deserved that. Just... Oh, I want to look at this person just as he walks out of prison. He's looking all mangled and starved to death and whatever, and I'll just be like, what did you learn? Because saying it in English slow like that will just drive the Quebecer crazy.
Or you could just do something really, really horrific and get me to say Quebec French words that you've recorded horribly. Or at least that I've spoken horribly. And you just play those back. It'll be like one of those keychains that swears at you. But it's Gen French.
No, see,
Flagadimus.
keychain should yell out gibberish from SpongeBob SquarePants in Quebec French.
Mm-hmm. Heck, even better, I'll just get the Peppa Pig, but in Quebec French, and I'll just read that out to them on a keychain.
Aw, I want my own talk show. Never, because you'd have to see my face, Big Dro, and I would turn into a little snail, and that snail would not be fast. It would not be me. I'm Skiller. Same reason you probably have Canadians trapped in... Wait, what? In China. They like to hold civilians hostage. Yeah, you're not wrong. But no, this time they just pissed off Islam. The French did. Which, I mean, when are they going to learn? And I mean... The French don't even like Islam, so I don't know why they would go to an... Anyways, weird.
Virtue signaling and money.
Yeah, something like that.
Somebody sold out somewhere. Probably Macron. Just say.
Then Blind Girl should have her own radio talk show. Okay, I would totally be chill with that. Wait, I'd have to actually do real work. I don't know. So yeah, that's the Quebec family of Saudi blogger Raif Badawi. It's like Bowie, but Badawi. Okay. Has confirmed he has been released from Saudi prison 10 years after he was jailed for criticizing religious figures of and promoting liberal views of Islam. After 10 years in prison, Raif is free. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Yes.
I wonder which one it is, because there's several of those guys, you know, who were kind of thrown in during that time period. It's not just him. But one of the guys was a poet, and one of the guys was a teacher. So I'm not sure which one this guy is, but
You know,
I remember there was a petition because he's yeah.
there's a lot of Quebecers that got arrested over in Saudi. And you know what? When you think about it, watching people get arrested over in Saudi, you would think the Quebecois or the Quebec peoples would be really pissed at the Canadian blasphemy laws that we have. I mean, we don't call them blasphemy laws, but we have them. Rose called by any other name still smells like fucking rose. Shit labeled any other name is still fucking shit. But we have blasphemy laws. Like, hate speech laws is our new speak for blasphemy laws. If you think about it, you get sent to a tribunal instead of a court with jury of your peers. It's vague and arbitrary, and you can and the blasphemy laws seem to only go in one direction. Left wokeist religion, which, I mean, they've been trying to, in Canada and America, people have been trying to contract out ways around constitutions. We've contracted out the free speech dissemination and news dissemination to Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. We've contracted out, free speech laws by having hate speech laws, because hate speech, it's hate, it's crime now. We've contracted out a lot of things that normally the government can't do because of the constitutions on both sides of the country, in Canada and America, and we've made it so that other people can bring the rain instead of the government bringing the rain, because the government can't stop you, but a hate speech tribunal could. Twitter can. Especially if Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and all that gang up on you all at once and unperson you. The government can't stop you, but private businesses can. Corporations can. So we've contracted out who wields the power to stop your God-given rights, for lack of a better term. The Constitution was to say that the rights that it was not rights the government had, but things the government could not do, because your rights went above the government, whether it be nature that gave it to you or God that gave it to you, whatever religion that gave it to you, it was supposed to rise above the government. And so if you contract it out to other people, well, they're not beholden to the Constitution. Not completely. And I find it interesting why there isn't more grassroots movements going, this is what blasphemy laws can do to people outside of the country. Do we really want blasphemy here? I mean, it might be people that I really don't like that we're using that against, but you should care. Like, for example, we should care if Hillary Clinton gets murdered, because murder is murder. We should care. We should care if bad things happen to somebody we're opposed to, because the gun that gets bigger and is wielded by one side can be wielded by the other against you next. Hey, Red Feather. And so I'm surprised that blasphemy is tolerated in Canada as good as it can. Like, I'm surprised nobody's really figured it out yet, that hate speech is blasphemy laws. You go against the woke religion. And so the other thing we contracted out now is in the States, and I believe somewhat in Canada too, the government is not allowed to have a religion. States are not allowed to have religion. When they say separation from church and state, it doesn't mean separation from the Bible. It means no state religion. And that is so they can't stuff that religion down everybody else who doesn't believe in its throats. But left wokeism isn't a religion. It acts like one, but it isn't one. So they're not beholden to that law. So those in government can tote the woke religion of the left, because it's not a religion. It's an ideology. And this is why semantics thoroughly pisses me off sometimes. Because semantics, at the end of the day, you just get to bypass everything because semantics, bitch. But yeah. Now I gotta find someone else to talk about. Jen, where'd you go?
I was looking for stuff. My brother was just in the room, so I wanted to mute. What's going on in the world? Okay, everybody's crapping on Turning Red, and they should. They should. Disney needs to stop trying to appease people who honestly don't give a fuck about them. For real. China doesn't want your movies. Stop trying. You offend them more often than you do anything real anyway. And the Uyghurs aren't gonna thank you either. You're welcome.
You mean the
What else
Uyghurs?
is there to talk about?
You mean Uyghurs?
Uyghurs? Yeah, sorry.
It's all good.
Well,
it's all good.
It's spelled away. I'm like Uyghur. I don't know. I don't. Okay.
Some things don't translate well into English.
Yeah.
Although I do love DeSantis's take on Disney trying to pressure him into shit. You know what? It's not Canadian, but let's see if we can pull it up.
You know, we can trade all the Uyghurs for all the Scots. Just send them to concentration camp and send all the Uyghurs to Scotland.
I'm okay with that because you know what? They'd be grateful for what Scotland has and they wouldn't bitch about it. Just saying. It would be great. They wouldn't bitch as much about it. See if I can find that Ron DeSantis clip. Disney and Ron DeSantis. See if I can find the clip. Twitter, you got it for me? Nope. Is this it? After they condemned the Don't Say Gay law, DeSantis attacks Disney. Alright, I think I have it. It's only 25 seconds though, so I hope I have the right one. I will pull it up. Let's just hope I got the right one, otherwise we could be on a journey. Through places we just never know we're going until we get there. And that can be bad. That can be very bad. Let's find out.
And I also think that if you have companies like a Disney that are going to say and criticize parents' rights, they're going to criticize the fact that we don't want transgenderism in kindergarten and first grade classrooms, if that's the hill that they're going to die on, then how do they possibly explain
the people
lining
in
their
the
pockets-
the people in the voice chat can't actually see what you're doing or like what you're playing.
Thanks, Box. I will start this clip over. It wasn't actually very loud either, and I'm actually kind of annoyed that I can't make it that much louder than it was already. So, put your listening caps on, ladies and gentlemen, because it's rather quiet, and I'm annoyed. I might have to try to find a better clip of this. I did not come prepared.
And I also think that if you have companies like a Disney that are going to say and criticize parents' rights, they're going to criticize the fact that we don't want transgenderism in kindergarten and first grade classrooms, if that's the hill that they're going to die on, then how do they possibly explain lining their pockets with their relationship from the Communist Party of China? Because that's what they do. And I also think that...
Oh, nice. That was nice. Let's see. Is there any other ones? Let's see what this one is. Oh, shit. This is an article. No, go away. Go away. Thank you. Wish I had the full clip, but I don't think I have the full clip. I feel like Twitter doesn't want to share the full clip. Just because it's Twitter. But yeah, essentially Ron DeSantis said fuck you to Disney, which props. I mean, very few people have the balls to stand up to Disney, so props. I'm sorry if that wasn't too loud and you had to like turn up your speakers for a minute. Teach kids to teach sex ed. No, they're trying to give sex ed lessons to kids in kindergarten and such, 8 years old and under. And it's like, You're a corporation that is made for kids. Like even Ben Shapiro is like, my kid's favorite movie right now is fucking Encanto, and I'm like, I feel you, man. I feel you. You want to just walk yourself into that pizza oven, don't you?
No. You're welcome.
Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, that was the thing.
Alright, I mean, I had let it go for like the longest time as like my form of evil that I used to do to my supervisor. For no reason, I actually liked her. She was really nice. She'd get upset about stuff, and I'd just give her that little look, and I'd be like, let it go. And she's like, no, you fucking bitch, no! Disney is evil, just so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. I do think they worship Satan. They do. They work it into their lyrics, too. That's how it gets stuck in your head.
You know, let's check out the post-millennial, because I love the post-millennial, even though they're best friends with Tim Pool. You just gotta love
Tim's just Tim. Tim is just Tim. You just gotta pat him on the head and remember to give him good cookies, and he's fine.
Okay, I don't have to pat no one on the head. Fuck that.
He's got a beanie. It's fine.
Exactly, he stole the fucking beanie.
No, he didn't. It's a half-assed toque. A beanie is not a toque. It is a half-assed toque. They don't understand the glory of the fluff that's supposed to go on the top.
Fair. This is so true. 60 companies want Texas to allow healthy kids to irreversibly mutilate their bodies. Not surprised. Let's see. Tavistock Gender Identity Clinic not safe for children. NHS report. You don't say. Charges to be dropped against Denver man who killed Trump supporter at Patriot rally. What? Okay, I'm sorry, guys. It's supposed to be.
Lucky Charms donation. I love butt stuffing from crackheads.
Ew. Fuck. Was that from Big Dro? Big Dro, seriously, dude.
Yep.
I am not your therapist, and whatever you like to stuff in your butt, keep it to yourself. That is just gross. Don't even say that's not you, okay? You've been saying it's not you, and it hasn't gotten any better. And you know what? You're here every time those donations come in, sir. So I would say, just careful what you're sticking in there, okay? Like, don't put anything kind of spiny. Like, don't try to put a cat in there. It's not okay. Charges to be dropped against Denver man who killed Trump supporter at Patriot rally. Now, why? Why are they going to be dropped? That's what I want to know. Why?
Because the prosecutor is a liberal douchebag, and yeah.
But the law is the law, motherfucker. No matter what the reason.
No, they have discretion on what to charge. They're framing it as self-defense, even though the guy actually went after the Trump supporter, and not the other way around.
Was that the one where they're going, there, look, there's one, and they shot him?
Yep.
Like, that's an open and shut case.
Yep, and they're framing it as, the guys in self-defense when he actually went after the guy who died. So, yeah.
Justice is dead.
It is. The prosecutor is an Antifa supporter, too. Surprise, surprise, right?
That makes me rather sad.
Oh, I know where the guy. Yeah, I know where the prosecutor office is too. They're sitting right next to the Capitol, so yeah. Exactly. Literally, the guy who died, the prosecutor's office is literally 2 blocks away.
the show. Like, that is really sad because, you know, the reason why we got so far when it comes to justice is because the justice system was built upon the truth no matter what. The truth no matter who it hurts.
Nah.
The truth no matter what the cost. And for some reason, someone has made it so that's not good enough anymore.
Yep. Well, the prosecutor is a criminal, so a lover. So, and this Denver city, the whole city of Denver is Democrat control for the last 15, 20 years now. So,
It's ridiculous. Like,
that's why I hate coming down here all the time. I leave as soon as work is over.
and
I
of
think
course,
Scotland.
we got another one. Career criminal freed without bail after fatal beating, my apologies, of elderly man. Can you guess the color of this guy?
Oh, let me guess. He's basketball American. The elderly gentleman person is either Jewish, white, or Asian. So pick one.
Race doesn't matter except when it matters that you don't get justice because that's their skin color.
Yep.
And you wonder why people want to load up on their own goddamn guns because they know prosecutors ain't going to get them. You might as well shoot to kill.
There's a there's a rise in a lot of assault against Asian people, and it's not white people that are doing it. Just to let you know.
Oh, CBC
So.
deletes story falsely claiming foreign money behind Freedom Convoy. Because deleting it means it never happened, right, guys? CBC has pulled a second false story about the Freedom Convoy, according to
Ooh.
Blacklock's reporter. The story in question claimed foreigners played a role in the protest. Lie. Specifically, the claim was made on a radio broadcast of The World This Hour. Oh, such a great name. Self-described as Canada's most trusted audio newscast until now. According to the Western Standard, the network released a statement on the matter. On February 10th, in a report about the protest convoy, CBC Radio's The World This Hour incorrectly said GoFundMe ended a fundraiser for the protesters over questionable donations to the group. No explanation was given in CBC's statement. That's not what... Really? That's not why they stopped the fundraiser. And the questions about donors being outside the country, that was your questions, not anybody else's. Because GoFundMe, of course they knew where it came from. They're the company it's going through. The network claimed to have completed an analysis of Freedom Convoy donations, lie, and concluded there were suspicious donations from foreigners. CBC then ran multiple headlines of the false story, as in copied and pasted. Convoy protest received hundreds of donations that appeared to be from abroad.
You know, they really want to leave out the fact that like a really, really good proportion of that was
I
still
prefer a finger
Canadians.
up my bun, but the finger must be dipped in hot sauce and have a jagged ring.
Great, now I have to read it because you talked over the screen reader, and it sounds...
Well, I can't help if it pops up out of nowhere.
It sounds so disgusting. I don't want it. Oh, God. Something about fingers dipping it in something. Big Joe, you know what? I swear to God, if this is disgusting, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it so bad. All right, continue, Jen.
No, they're just completely ignoring the fact that majority of the donations were coming from Canadians. They're like, oh, they came from foreigners. You mean Canadians in the U.S.? I mean, don't get me wrong. We did get a lot of donations from Americans. We did get some donations from Australians and probably some Europeans. It's almost like a lot of people don't like communism.
That is so not true. Everybody loves communism so much. Like, the only people that don't love commies are like dirty rubes and boomers.
You know, but they didn't really seem to give a shit when the same, like, GoFundMes were raising GoFundMes for the other protests that were pretty nasty, too. Like, it's not like the only shit that happened up here was convoy related. Or, like, any of the other stuff didn't cause damages or anything.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, wait, we didn't arrest those people. Never mind.
This is true. Oh, crap. Now, how do I get to the reading part of this?
Yeah, I forgot some animals
Just
are
click, right? You would
not the
just
same
click.
as other animals.
And then when you click, it'll just show you the things. And now it's not just, I don't just click and it just shows me the things. Did you know that? It doesn't just show me the things no more. It's all different. Oh my god. Where do I go to see the thingamajigger?
Blind go.
I'm going to share my screen for you, Box. I was just thinking that.
You already asked showing the screen. I was just gonna say, after the stream, do you want me to send you the stream label software, because it just shows the most recent donations already, and you don't have to search through the Streamlabs dashboard.
Yeah, good, because like this never used to be a thing. It used to just poof, and there it was.
I haven't streamed in like forever, so I need to actually look myself.
Oh well, if you can figure out. How
And even then, I didn't make money.
I don't know how to read the damn thing. Oh my god.
Recent events.
There's recent events? Oh yes, there is. Thanks, Box. My computer
Loading.
is slow. Yes, alright. This is gonna be gross.
Yep.
Oh god.
It's Big Drive. What do you expect?
I know, right?
Let's make this a little bigger so my screen reader can read it. Where's the slider thing? No, I wanna. Okay, I prefer a finger up my bun, but the finger must be dipped in hot sauce and have a jagged ring.
Right.
You know, if you're looking for the kink of burning sensation in your butthole, you could just eat really hot food and then poop it.
I feel enlightened by that information. My life is now complete, you know.
Also, night arms.
Night
arms.
The network claimed to have completed an analysis of Freedom Convoy donations and concluded there were suspicious donations from foreigners. I think I already read this. In recent days, questions have emerged about how the protesters raised so much money so quickly and where it came from before GoFundMe shut down the protest convoy's crowdfunding page and announced donors would be refunded. It had attracted more than 120,000 donations, amounting to more than $10 million, the article read.
Yeah, a lot, like over half of the money
Hey,
came
Skittles.
from people in the United States. That's the reason. That's why they use that as the foreign influence bullshit.
We're technically on stream, Skittles. Just that you should know.
Yeah.
Not that you care. Just that you should know.
Oh, he would care. Hi, honey. You're on my live stream right now. And that's why he's not saying anything.
Yeah.
And actually, Cryptic, you're wrong. It wasn't over half was from American. It was about 30%.
I thought it was more than that
No,
before they shut it down.
no.
Yeah. Either way, regardless, if it was America, Australia, or UK, whatever, they're using any kind of foreign money. They deem that as anybody outside of Canada is considered foreign money to them. So
Yep.
foreign influence,
Both false.
even though the majority of the money was individuals, right? So
Yep. Both false stories were
not
by.
corporations or not government. It wasn't other government. It wasn't corporations. It was individual people who gave $10 million to the truckers.
Well, and there were large donors like Elon Musk as well.
Yeah, but
Business.
he donated under his own name. He didn't donate under Tesla Corporation.
True. But it doesn't matter because, like, the person from that coffee shop in Canada that donated, they went after her businesses anyway, even though she donated under herself.
Yeah. That's the thing with Elon Musk though. Like as much as he's taking all that heat, he's lucky that he's Tesla, to be honest. Because they
Yeah.
kind of need Tesla.
Yeah, they have fuck you money.
Oh, the thing about all these government, they're going to use institutional banking and institutional finance to shut us up. That's their tool that they're going to use, because all the banks are regulated by all the governments in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you can't silence them through direct government action, you force like banks and credit card companies to do the bidding for you. And that's exactly what they're doing. And corporations.
Yep.
Oh, you want to buy this other bank? Sure. You can't have these group of people bank with you, and of course they'll cave. That's what corporations do.
Yep. An
That's
analysis.
That's what Disney did.
Well, Disney's fucking evil.
So, you're evil. But sorry, I had to continue.
Dick. An analysis
I know.
of GoFundMe donations by CBC News has revealed at least 1/3 of them had been made by donors who chose to remain anonymous or who listed names that were obviously fictitious or political commentary. Both false stories were by Elizabeth Thompson, a CBC reporter who has a history of speaking against the truckers. This was the case at a parliamentary press gallery event on February 15th. Personally, I felt a little uncomfortable because there were all those guys roaming around the streets, said Thompson. You mean truckers?
That's pretty sexist of her. Did you know there was quite a big unit of truckers that were actually women?
Yeah, I met
Who own their own rigs and shit.
Yeah, and there was a lot of women with children down there. So imagine that. Children are perfectly safe, but you are afraid. You need therapy, Miss Thompson. You need fucking therapy. GoFundMe executives testified at the Commons Public Safety Committee on March 3rd and confirmed only a small minority of donations were from outside Canada. Our records show 88% of donated funds originated in Canada. Oh, actually, I lowballed that. I said about 75. Said that person, the president of GoFundMe. Furthermore, Canada's top anti-terror financing regulator said the convoy donations were entirely innocuous. There were people around the world who were fed up with COVID and were upset and saw the demonstrations. Okay. It's a Barry McKillop. Okay. Deputy Director of the Financial Transactions and Reports Analysis Center. testified on February 24th at the Commons Finance Committee. I believe they just wanted to support the cause. You don't say, because I feel like you don't give money unless you want to support the cause. That's like a no shit Sherlock statement, and we pay these people to be our people, our eyes on things, our non-biased people, our experts with the great opinions, and they give us no shit Sherlock statements. This is the second time CBC has been forced to pull a false story on February 3rd. The network corrected an earlier television story suggesting Russians were behind the Freedom Convoy. That one was funny. It's like our leftists up here are trying to take what the Democrats do and like, hey, it worked for them. Let's work it up here. False flag.
Except for all it's really doing is it's offending a whole shit ton of Canadians. Because that was our work, thank you very much. Come talk to us. We're not scary Russians. Not that Russians are scary anyway.
I just think it's an insult to our intelligence to make us try to believe that Russia is up here doing its thing while it's also fucking with Trump there, and sucking on Biden's dick all at once. That's why it's it's sexually frustrated.
But the thing is, your PM and your government has allowed the Chinese to train on your land. That's the scary part.
Cryptic, we have a Communist Party of Canada, the CPC. And they're gaining steam.
So do we.
They're actually beating the PPCs in popularity.
We have a Green Party and Communist Party too, but they will never be in power.
The claim of Russian involvement came from Power and Politics host Neil Cockersell. Okay, you know what? Neil Cox. We're going to call you Neil the Cock. Who claimed there's concern that Russian actors could be continuing to fuel things as this protest grows, or perhaps even instigating it from the outside. We will ask the questions. The claim was entirely false, and the network was forced to correct itself. Yeah, but here's the thing. Once it's out there, more people see the fake shit than the correction. You've already poisoned the whale. At that point, you've already poisoned the fucking well. Too late for your corrections, you motherfuckers.
Well, you look at it statistically, right? The majority of the time when the fake shit comes out, it gets, let's say, 10,000 tweets, right? So 10,000 people are misinformed or were lied to, and then they correct it like a few weeks, a few months later, right? 1,000 people see it, and so you got 9,000 people who never fucking saw the correct. They just lied. Or sometimes the New York Times, even CBC, and all these newspapers, regardless of country, they go and update the headlines or the news article and never say anything about it. And because since the news isn't printed anymore, it's online, hosted online. They can go in the back end and just edit it, and no one would know.
This is very true. This is very true. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of my content for tonight. Because I try not to make the stream drag on forever, and I stole the spotlight from Jen.
Yeah, I was late. My mom killed it for me. She was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna come in and let you know all about." Oh yeah, it was mom visit. Good.
Plus, Cryptic has a date with short yellow people.
Hey.
What?
Yeah, it's my mom. It's like no.
Oh no, I was talking about the minions of the zoo.
Oh no.
Oh.
That tonight. Yeah, that's only Wednesdays.
No,
I
is Fridays.
Oh. Oh.
I
Short
might
yellow
be
people,
on my level.
minions. God.
Yeah. Are you gonna
Oh.
join the Sanguine, are you? Sometimes
Generally, I do, but
So, ladies and
yeah, I
gentlemen.
know he's
No.
kind of had a little hard time getting people to join on his night.
Oh.
Been slow lately.
Aw.
Yeah.
Well, that makes me sad. Everybody, go give the minions some love in how long, Cryptic?
I don't know.
He
4
starts
hours?
later. He starts at like 9:30
Yeah, in 4
my
hours.
time. So yeah, 11:30 your time.
2.5 hours from
Mhm.
now, ish, maybe. 3.
No, about 9:30 my time actually.
I was talking BG's time.
BG time. Yeah,
Yeah, your time is closer to my time.
we all on the same time right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you usually are. I mean, sometimes you're off by like an hour or like half an hour, but you usually are in around that area. So
Thanks, Big
unless you're
Mom.
not, then I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Later, Red. So, join Cryptic on Minions of the Zoo. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Box. Thank you, TC. Did I have anybody else out here that was stuck?
Scotsman.
No, Scotsman wasn't.
No.
Yeah, okay, I've got everybody.
No.
Everybody send Box all the love because he's made this super cool intro, which I will play for our outro because it's cool. You're going to love it. Bye.
Yeah, thanks.
Bye.
Sorry for missing it, Box. I was planning to do stuff, but you know, my mom was like, no. Hard.
Bye.
Oh.
Hey,
I
Box,
do know
I'll
you
send you
know what I
something
mean,
else.
though.
Let's try this again. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.